Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to perform the operations of reading data from our Postgres database, and also we are gonna be deleting some of the users from our database. Now, if you haven't seen the previous video, kindly watch it. In that, I have explained everything about what is type ORM and how you should be using type ORM. So by far now, let's get started with simply fetching all of the user data. So here, let's say get user data. And under this method, I will be adding a new async mark, and here I will be adding fetch user, just like this. Let's add request and response under the following arguments. Why not? Cool. So first of all, let's have a new track block, and also we are going to be having an error block. Under this, I will be simply sending all of my errors to my server. Let's add error to be server. So under try block, let's read all of the data from our database. So here, let's say let data should be equal to under await state for this dot find, just like this. Now the find thing shall be finding every data that is available under our user database. So once we have done this, I can simply say res dot send for my entire data, just like this. Format document first. So now let's try it out. So for trying it out, first of all, let's go under auth controller, copy the following method, paste it here. And here let's have a new method of fetch user, and here let's add a new method of fetch user, just like this. Let's remove this off, we don't need it, and also this thing off, format document first. So now once we have added the property here, let's go under our routes, and here instead of this thing, we shall be simply adding the property that we have defined. So for that purpose, let's go under our get method, and here I can simply say auth controller dot fetch user. So now let's try it out. Alright, our server is up and running at 8080. Let's go under our postman. Let's move to the get request. Let's remove it off and press send. Cool. So now we are getting all of our data that we have sent under our Postgres database. That is two users having the name, email and password, and also the ID. Congratulations. In this way, you can simply retrieve all of your data from our database, just like this. So this was just a basic method through which you can get all of our data from your Postgres database. But you know what? I will be showing you one more technique for simply fetching all of our data. Now this was the native method that we will be using. So here let's say a method of traditional, just like this. But now we are going to be using a new thing known as create query builder, just like this. So now what I am going to be doing is let's add a new thing here. So now let's try receiving all of our data with the help of create query builder. So for that purpose, first of all, I can simply say let data should be equal to await this dot. After pressing dot, you should be receiving the method of create query builder. Under this, you need to paste on the following table from which you need to query all of your data. So once we have done this, I can simply say create query builder dot. From this, I will be simply having the following method of get many, just like this. And after that, we are good to go. So now I can simply say response dot send my entire data, just like this. Let's try it out. Let's open our server. Cool. So it is rocking at 8080. Let's go back, and here after pressing send, we are getting our data back as well with the help of create query builder. So once we have learned how to retrieve all of our data with create query builder, let's learn how to query all of our data under certain circumstances. So first of all, what I'm gonna be doing is removing my get many, and here let's use the phrase of where. So here I can simply say create query builder, and from this I will be selecting all of my data, and from this I can simply add a where phrase, just like this. And under a where phrase, I will be adding a property of user, that is user table. I will want a user table's property of name, and the following property should be equal to my query, just like this. And after this, we need to provide here a parameter of query, and under this query it will be requiring a value. So for that value, you can go at the top of this method, and here let's fetch query should be equal to response dot body, and from body let's fetch the username, just like this. And instead of writing query, let's add username. So now let's provide here a query parameter to be the username, and once we have added this, I can simply say get one. Easy. Now let's try it out. But before trying it out, let me explain to you about what the thing that we have done so far. First of all, we are calling our create query builder and we are selecting all of the data under columns, and after that we are simply adding the condition of where user.username, that is the username, should be equal to query, and the query is nothing but the data that we are providing to the following query. So now let's try it out. And you know what, instead of user.username you can also add username. So let's reload our entire server one more time. But before trying it out, what we can really do is remove the following username from it, just like this, format document first. And now let's try querying all of our data with having the following where clause. So let's open our terminal. Alright, let the following thing should be loaded up. And now let's go back to our Postman. Let's add the following query of username to be Dungeon. Let's press send. Let's open it up here. Cool, we are getting our username to be Dungeon. Let's go with another username. But before that thing, let's go back. And here let's remove the following property from here. Press enter. Let's go back, and here let's send everything. Cool, so let's copy the following username and paste it here. So for that purpose, let's copy everything and paste it here. Let's beautify the following thing, such a beauty. So now let's go back and remove the following, that is uncomment the following thing off. Let's go back, alright, under our Postman and send the following query. So now you can see we'll be getting the following username to be Abhishek, just like this. Let's go back, and here instead of username you can also try for user email. So let's copy the following piece of line here, paste it here and also here. Let's try it out. So for trying it out, let's copy the following user email and paste it here. But here let's have a new username of Dungeon. Let's try sending it out, press send. And in this way you can simply get the following user data of the following user, that is user email of dungeon@gmail.com. But you know what, if I simply remove my following O and press send, I will be getting a 0 data because the following username does not exist. But if I simply send the following query having a username of dungeon@gmail.com and press send, I will be getting all of the following data. And this is the specialty of Query Builder, that you can query all of your data in a very good way. So for now we don't need the following Query Builder, so let's remove it off from here. But you know what, you can also do one thing. Under the select property you can select a particular data from the user. So let's say I want to only query my username which are available under my users table. So if I go back under my Postman, and here if I simply press send, alright, let's remove everything off, I will be getting only username instead of all the user data. So and if I go back and if I simply say user password, let me show me only user password, and if I go back, press send, alright, let the following thing to be loaded up. Let's check it up. Cool, so server is rocking now. And if I press send, you can see we'll be getting only user password instead of all the data of the user. This is really great, isn't it? TypeORM is awesome while simply getting all of the user data. You can also do one thing, copy the following piece of line from here, paste it here. But instead of this, let's only fetch user email, format document first. And now if I go back and press send, I will be getting both the username and also that is user email and user password. This will be very awesome to us in case of querying all of our user data under ShopX. So once we have learned everything about how to fetch the user and also how to query all of the users while fetching the data, we can do one thing, add a new method of deleting a particular user. So for that purpose, what we are going to be doing is copy the entire method. Alright, copy the entire method from here, paste it here. But here let's add a different name to be delete, just like this. And instead of this normal query, let's remove it off. I can simply say let data should be equal to await this dot create query builder. Under this, let's add a table that we need to query, which is user. And under this we can simply delete all the data. And for delete thing, we can add a property of where, that is a clause of where. And under where I can add a clause of user dot username should be equal to the following query that I will be providing. So let's add the following query here, and also we need to pass the parameter of query. So let's paste it here, and under my query I will be only fetching up my username. Cool, let I add a column here. So once we have done this, we are good to go. But after that we need to execute the following query. So let's add execute here. So now let's try it out. But before trying it out, let's remove this property from this side, add a username. And now let's go under auth controller, copy our following static method, paste it here. And here let's say delete user, and here let's copy the following method, paste it here. Cool. So once we have done this, let's go under our routes, and after adding all our data, let's add a new path of deleting the data. Let's say delete, and here let's add a method of delete, but here let's add a method of delete user. Format document first. Let's open our terminal. Cool. So our server is working. Let's go back under a Postman. Let's move under a delete request. Let's add the path of delete, and now let's add here the following username. Let's delete dungeon data, so let's add dungeon. Let's try pressing send. Alright, we are getting error. Let's check it out what is happening. Alright, we need to copy the following clause from here and paste it upside. That is one more step up. Let's try it out. You can also do one thing, console log the entire error. So let's add console log entire error. Let's try sending it out. Cool. So now we need to only provide here a username. Let's try sending it out. It's always about trial and error while TypeORM, because there are so many lots of queries and you need to take care of them accordingly. So let's go back and let's try sending it out. Cool. So now you can see we are getting our data that affected is 1 because we have deleted our dungeon. Let's try fetching it out. Let's remove it off, press send. Cool. So now you can see we have got only one data, that is only one user, that is Abhishek. So now let's try adding some more user. So for that purpose, let's go under post. Let's add here add. Let's add the following properties. Let's beautify it out. And here I will be adding a new property. Cool. We have added a new user just right here. Let's add some more users of Patrick. Let's try sending it out. Cool. Let's receive all of our data. Alright, a bad part, not add. Let's try sending it out. Cool. So now we are receiving all of our data. Congratulations. So now let's try deleting our entire Patrick. And you know the step, just like me. Take a following parameter of delete. Add here a route of it, which was delete. Let's try sending it out. Cool. So affected is 1. And now if I get all of my data, we will be only getting 2 values of Abhishek and Jumbo, not of Patrick. So in this way you can perform all the basic operations with the help of TypeORM in a very easy and defined way. Instead of writing raw SQL queries, you should be using for simply manipulating your entire data of the user. So let's also take a look over how to update all of our data. So let's copy the following method, paste it here. But here I will be having a method of update user. Let's remove our entire query from here. We don't need that. Let's go at the bottom. And here I can simply say let data should be equal to under await state for this dot create query builder. And under this let's add a table of user. Now if I hover over it, you can see we are getting the repository of user. That's because the magical power of this, it automatically manipulates that we are under the repository of user repository. After this we should be simply say update the following user, just like this, format document first. And after having update thing, we should be simply setting up all of our data. So under this, let's set all the data. So first of all, what we can really do is update the following username, just like this. And the following username should be equal to the username through the parameters that you will be providing. And after that, let's also have a user email. And the following user email should be equal to a new user email. So let's copy the following thing here, paste it here, just like this. And after this, we should be also requiring one more property of where, that about of what data we need to update. So under update, I can simply say ID should be equal to a ID that we are going to be providing. So here let's add a new ID, just like this. So under parameters, let's say a new thing of ID. Let's copy the following thing, paste it here. So once we have done everything that we have queried, let's add a property of execute, just like this. So now let's try it out. So for trying it out, let's go under our controller. Let's copy the following method, and here let's say update user. Also we shall be requiring here update user. Let's go under routes and add a new route for updating our user. Let's paste it here, and instead of delete request, it should be under type of put request. So here let's say update one. And also we are going to be requiring to update user. So here let's say update user, format document first. Cool. So our server is working. Let's go back, and now let's try updating the following data of Abhishek. So let's copy the following data from here. let's beautify it from here. And here I can simply say Abhishek but updated, and under username I can simply say this thing but updated as well. So now let's try it out. So here let's add a property of put, and here let's add a path of update. Let's try sending it out. Cool. So now you can see we are getting our result of query to be affected to be 1. Let's receive all of our data first through our home path. Let's send it out. Cool. So now under our update you can see we have updated our username and also a user password. Congratulations. Now you know what, we can go back, and here under user repo we are only gonna be updating our password, that is user password. So here let's add user password should be equal to a user password. Cool. So now let's try it out, and here instead of having a ID, let's copy a username and let's paste everything here. Cool. Now this thing shall be helping us in a real case scenario where the user shall be updating his password from the database. So now let's try executing the following query. So let's go back under our Postman, and here we don't need our ID, we only need our username and password. So here let's say user password should be equal to some updated password. Let's try updating it out by putting a new request. Let's try sending it out. Cool. So now we are getting our query results to be affected to be 1, and if I simply send a get request, let's try sending it out. You can see we will be getting all of our data of a user password, that is some updated password. Congratulations. So in this way you can successfully perform all of the CRUD operations with the help of TypeORM with Node and Express. Now this was a huge tutorial. I guess you have loved this a lot, and if you have loved this a lot, please hit that like button on this video. It will be awesome if you do this. So I will see you in the next one, cause we have done with our following TypeORM as well. So I will see you in the next one where we shall be seeing what is JWT and what is the basic usage of JWT. So till then, if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. I will see you in the next episode of ShopX. Goodbye.